Hey, on this somber day today, I wanted to talk to you about my 9/11 story. Many of us who experienced 9/11 in some capacity remember where we were that fateful morning. I was a sixth grader at my local middle school, just about ready to start Spanish class. I remember we were going to watch a video in class that day, and my teacher walked over to the television to turn on the TV. Instead of turning the TV to channel 3, where she would put in the VHS tape, we stopped and stared at the screen as the World Trade Centers were on fire. We could see the back end of the airplane sticking out of the tower. I didn't know really what was happening, but I knew that it wasn't good. At that point, our PA system came over the intercom and stated that we were all to shelter in place. We were all to stay inside that day, not going outside for recess or going outside for specials like gym. We sat in our classes the rest of the day and didn't do work. We just stared at the TV screens in each of our classes, wondering what was happening to our country. We had family members coming to the school to pick us up because we were scared, and we had parents calling in to make sure that we were safe where we were, or if they needed to come pick us up. We were in Michigan, so I can only imagine the families that were in Pennsylvania and the families that were in New York. I pray each and every day for those families, and now losing my own children, my husband, my parents, my grandparents, and 2 uncles. I now know what it feels like to lose all of your loved ones. So I can completely empathize with them, and I understand where they are coming from. We're all together as one when we lose somebody, and we're all grieving. Remember, more people are grieving on this earth than not. If you have a family member that has lost someone, a friend that has lost someone, or you yourself have lost someone, remember, there's always grief groups out there for you to get help, including the Compassionate Friends to do with bereaved parents. Celebrate Recovery has a grief track, or Grief Share, just to name a few. There are a whole bunch others to do with all different types of manners of death. Please reach out today. If you're sitting at home and you haven't lost a loved one and you know somebody that has, please pick up the phone and call them. Just check on them. It will probably be the brightest thing in their day that you reached out. Remember, somebody that is grieving isn't necessarily going to reach out to you. Their whole world has shifted, shattered, and been flipped upside down. You have to be the one that reaches out to them. Remember, if you were in their shoes, you would want the same thing. Remember, always be kind and always abound in hope.